Cool. Cool.
Relax.
Relaxed. Feeling relaxed?
Never relax.
No, God, right.
When did this journey begin?
2021. So yeah, it must have been around after kind of lockdown, into the second lockdown. I was on a film shoot. I was shooting for a brand called Tailfin. We were doing this really cool thing where they had a new product and it was all looking really cool. I was speaking to the owner and talking about the products I wanted to make and these kind of ideas that I had in the back of my mind. And he just said, why don't you do it? And that was kind of the start of it. So I was like, well, yeah, I could look into doing it. And just trying something out and just seeing where it goes. Like I hadn't taken that first step. It'd just been thoughts up until that point. And I just love it. I just absolutely loved it. And that's definitely been pushing me over the last couple of years. Just that absolute joy of just making these products and trying out new things and mixing it in with the camera work. So not only be able to do this kind of slightly different thing with the building these products and trying out all these new things, but the fact it ties into the camera work and film work and that kind of creativity. It's a really nice blend. It works really well for me.
And how would you describe CINELUX?
CINELUX is, I should know this. I really should know this. I should know this. CINELUX is obviously a camera brand, and we make products for cinema cameras. It's definitely, I'm still trying to work out exactly where we're going. Like I know what I love building and what I love doing, like with these CineMag products. That's been a whole new area to kind of work on. So CINELUX is definitely kind of growing and changing. There's a lot going on. So it's more like what CINELUX will become. But yeah, at the moment we are a high quality cinema camera brand, and that's it. And it's kind of open-ended in terms of the products we create. But as long as it falls under that category, that's what CINELUX is.
What's the most rewarding part of building CINELUX?
It's a bit hard to explain, but it just feels very right. It kind of more for in terms of, it really makes my brain quite happy. And that's quite a weird thing to say, but all these different parts, when they're going really well, and it's like that, all that problem solving, I love the problem solving side of it. Everything just clicks, and that's not to say that it's not incredibly stressful, which it has been. But that stress is good in a way because it's more like the stress of not knowing the answer. And that kind of that relief and that, I don't know, just that kind of joy of actually working out this problem, finding the solution, that's kind of worth all the stress. So it's like all elements of it just feel incredibly rewarding.
Why does you're doing great, man. Sounds
Cool,
good.
thanks, that's good.
Why does the company have such a focus on ethics?
Interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, that is a really important thing because when I look at other companies and other businesses, I'm quite, internally, some of my thoughts can be around they can be doing a lot of damage in the pursuit of their business. And it's I always feel like there's areas they could improve on. So I have to apply that to CINELUX. If I've been having those thoughts all my life. So I have to, where possible, apply it back to what we're doing and making sure that CINELUX is doing more good than kind of bad, because there will be kind of certain things that you can't control, but as long as you're actively trying to right those things and make it as ethically sound and as environmentally sound as I can, that's really important to me. Yeah.
So where do you see the company going?
Ooh, yeah. Okay. So the company started off obviously with just myself, and it was a kind of very personal sort of endeavor. I was just trying to make stuff and learn to kind of solve problems with CINELUX. And now as it goes on, I do a lot of camera servicing for Red cameras, and that's taken off in quite a big way. And now the company's growing, I've got a lot more contacts. I work with Sam, and that's been a really kind of really opened my eyes to like where CINELUX could go, and in terms of growth and like doing these products with Chris, that's been a huge kind of awakening and eye-opening sort of experience for me, because CINELUX feels like it could grow into something significantly bigger.
What's the dream product you'd like to build?
Ooh, wow. Oh my God, I haven't even talked to you about this. Yeah, I do have one dream product. I have one dream product. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay, so there's a little product I have in my mind on the back burner. I really want to make a camera, but it will be a cinema camera, but not in the traditional sense of a cinema camera. I want to make
What's the worst tech disaster you've had on set?
Oh God, okay, here we go. So I did format a memory card just after shooting for a whole day, and that was possibly one of the most stressful moments filming. There've been a few, but that one definitely kind of ranked up there. But luckily, did manage to save it on the day. Like I realised straight away, we were literally just about to hit record again, and I realised I'd formatted the wrong card. I'd formatted the card that was in camera. I'd basically taken it out and I hadn't swapped it over. So yeah, but I managed to download some recovery software there, and then we recovered it. I got really lucky that it kind of lined up with lunch break. And we did manage to just recover it. It took like a day after that. But yeah, that was stressful. That was incredibly stressful.
I was thinking of the Sony not doing the jumping frames.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Sony jumping frames. Oh yeah, that was bad. Oh yeah, another one. Yeah, so the Sony, what was it, the FS7, we were shooting on an FS7 like back in 2017, something like that. And we were shooting through the raw recorder on the back of the camera to an Atmos or an Odyssey. And basically the 240 frames per second footage was jumping frames, and we couldn't work this out. So it was like, we're doing these beautiful slow motion shots of, I think it was like paint like splashes or something like that. And yeah, it was just jumping and it looked horrible. And no one really noticed it on set except for me and Sam, the director. And we tried to solve it, but we couldn't. And that was actually weirdly one of the things where we got back after the shoot, and it was just a hardware error on the camera. And this is an error that actually happens, or at the time happened across all FF7s when you're shooting these very particular modes. And yeah, that was stressful, because it didn't ruin the shoot, but because like I'm a bit of a perfectionist, seeing these jump frames in the final footage really, yeah, that was quite stressful. That's not the feeling you want to get at the end of the shoot. We're getting these cool shots, and then every like 5 seconds or so we'd have jump frames. So yeah, that sucked. That really sucked.
And finally, what's your favourite film/series to watch?
Interesting. Okay, favourite film or series? Now, I don't watch it that often. I tend to use it as like a bit of a reward, like at the end of doing a lot of work. So it could be like years between. But I like, actually I don't like, I absolutely adore Donnie Darko. So I really like that. I just love the cinematography. I really appreciate it was a really small film, and technically it's really interesting because they shot on these beautiful kind of anamorphics, and they shot on Kodak, kind of high grain. It was like ASA 800 grain film stock. So the film looks absolutely beautiful. It's really interesting, and like, especially at the time I watched it when I was quite a young teenager, like I loved the story, I loved the whole world building, and I loved how it looked visually. And I just thought, and now like looking at it older, and like you see the effort that went into it, like that, I have a huge respect for what they did in that film with the budget they have and what they're trying to pull off. So and the story's great. It's some people kind of think it's a bit convoluted, but I really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Yeah.
Good all to say.
Yeah, that was good.
We
that
found questions.
Well done.
I've got a clapperboard. That's...
Need one then. That was good. That was really good, actually.